Oh, I thought it worked really well. By the way, the Instagram looks awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, recording. Oh, the sign.
Hi.
It's heaven. Heaven knows all about
Yeah.
other worlds.
Yeah. Hello. Welcome to Question Mark. I'm just
Hello and welcome to Question Mark.
pinning this.
Ariel's pinning a little message.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, Bollywood Ken.
What's up, Bollywood Ken? Welcome to our space station.
Welcome to the planet.
Planet. Orbiting. We were originally last hour. We were orbiting my home planet, the planet Janet, with its magnificent fjords and waterfront property and balmy weather and excellent surfing conditions. And this hour we're visiting Ariel's home planet. So I'm Dr. Wires.
And I'm Ariel Ist. Hello.
Hello out there.
Yes. Oh,
Hello
yeah.
out
And
there, Earthlings, other creatures.
my planet is called Opal Cloud. And Opal Cloud.
All right, nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And this is how you like.
Because opal's like a mineral.
Opal's just beautiful, and I love and like all the rocks on it are like opal, and it's when you see it from space, it's like an iridescent it's iridescent, holographic, and opalescent.
It's a cool planet.
Yeah, it's
How
just like so
holographic?
beautiful. How is it holographic? like
It's ridged. The mountain ranges create an effect.
Yeah,
where
some of
you
the
look at it
mountains-
from one side versus the other, and it's like
the mountains have like a lot of crenellations in them, and so like
yeah. This is crenellations.
Yeah, a lot of crenellations, and then when you land on it, you have to go through. Oh yeah, so these are like some pictures that were taken through our spaceship. So like they're a little bit, a little bit, yeah. But this is a picture of like as you're seeing it, as you're like
Wow.
going to land on it. There's so there's like a cloud tunnel that you have to go through.
These were taken from the Hubble Space Telescope.
Yeah.
I was looking very closely at your opal cloud.
My opal clouds, yes.
Yeah.
So we're talking. Oh yeah, here's the cloud tunnel that you have to go through when you land on it, right there. And every creature there is very like they're very nice to like touch and like there's either like soft or like rough if you're into that, like just their textures are all like
the creatures
really,
are all soft to the touch.
they're either like soft or rough, whatever like.
Or is it all wild animals, or they've
There's
domesticated
just all
them?
kinds of different creatures. There's human creatures and there's like animal like creatures, but they all have the same like intelligence and they all speak a universal language.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So all the animals can speak the same language as
Yeah,
the humanoids.
which it sounds to like Earth humans, it sounds like unintelligible.
Can I hear some? Sounds like ASMR.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of clicking. There's a lot of
Yeah.
clicking and opening of packages.
Yep.
That's what the language sounds like. It's like the popping of bubble wrap. Is really
No, that's too harsh.
Oh,
That's too
okay.
harsh.
Hey,
but maybe
Lorraine
like
and Newport.
Yeah, hello. Maybe like some gum chewing, possibly.
Anybody watching, do please feel free to join in and tell us about your
planet. Which this is an absurd hypothetical show, so like go with us here.
Ariel, that's a genuinely very cool idea for a science fiction novel, though, is a planet where all of the creatures speak a universal language and are intelligent.
Yeah.
So, like a mouse, can just communicate with you. And it's like, don't summon me, I'm just eating cheese.
Yeah, and that's why everyone there is like, it's peaceful, and everyone.
It'd be like living in a cartoon.
It is. I mean, it is. Look at me.
It's true. Yeah. Have you seen there's a YouTube where a guy dubs like animal calls. It's like bird calls for the most part.
I love that kind of stuff.
But also like gophers or whatever, and it's some like prairie dog, and it stands up. It's like, hey, fucking hey, hey, what's going on?
Yeah,
hey, and another one just stands up, like, hey. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's why
birds.
everyone's like just, everyone gets
Birds
along.
are constantly out there, and they're just like, I'm fucking. Who wants to fuck? What are we doing? What's going on?
Well, yeah,
Just
except they're just tweeting
in their bird song.
They're just tweeting in their bird. Oh, so speaking of songs, right? So we're also talking about like science fiction movies and books. So the
science fiction songs.
And science fiction songs. So the Fifth Element, there's the Diva song,
That's covered extensively in the last hour of Question Block.
So the original song was it has too many high notes that go or it has too many notes.
Too many notes in a very high register that are super fast.
The change is like
such
very
that
fast.
even like an opera singer couldn't hit them.
So at the time of the filming of The Fifth Element, they did not have someone sing it all the way through.
Pitch shifted basically.
Right.
Yeah.
But there is someone. We're gonna play you a little clip of. Oh, I don't want to I'll tell you her name later. But
let me hear the last minute. It's a banger. Just go to the
end.
Yeah, the high fast notes when it gets rapid fire.
Yeah. Well, I think we should go...
Because it becomes kind of hip-hop.
Yeah, wait. So, this is a real person. It's about to get cray-cray.
Now it picks up.
That's your part, the bass.
Like fusion jazz.
Yeah.
Who's singing? Come on.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah. Banger.
Yep. So crazy.
It's so funny they wrote this.
Yeah.
Luc Besson was like, we need a futuristic opera.
She's like,
cannot do
thank
the
you.
film. Cannot do the film
Well,
without
yeah,
the futuristic opera.
Because he had been writing, her name is Jane, how do you say that? Sheng?
Jane Zhang.
Jane Zhang. Yeah. So, she actually saying, she was like, challenge accepted.
Nice. He's like, finally someone has written an opera that will challenge me.
Yep.
Not even challenge me, but just like.
She's like, yeah, that I can, and so, yeah, there's a person who can sing it now, and Luke, but that's why his stuff sucks, because he was like, oh my god, my film has been...
By the way, I do really want to, if Bollywood Ken is still around, I do really want to talk with Bollywood Ken about Bollywood science fiction, because that is also a genre.
Yeah.
And I feel like if any of our watchers or guests would know about Bollywood science fiction, it would be
him. Bollywood Ken. The man, the myth, the legend.
Because Bollywood has either just wholesale copies or totally borrowed like all sorts of like Western stuff. So I've seen clips from the Bollywood basically copy of The Matrix.
Oh my god.
Which is really, and awesome. They do like the bullet time camera and there's like kung fu fighting and everything.
Speaking of The Matrix, your job looks like The Matrix a lot of the time. Sometimes one of your jobs that you have.
Yeah, as a software engineer, you have screens filled with code. But The Matrix is funny because it's just...
Can you read the code that's The Matrix?
It's just Chinese characters that are green going down the screen. That's what was so funny about it. It was like, wait, why is the code for The Matrix written in Chinese? Like,
yeah.
It's just like kanji characters. I don't know why they did that. It was interesting. I guess
I don't think they
foreign.
knew either. You know, because I worked on a film, and The Last Airbender.
Not science fiction.
Not science fiction. It came out the same time as Avatar.
Oh, we should talk
about Avatar. Yeah, that was my segue. But but real quick, but like sometimes they're like, we need the art department to make us a language that looks foreign. Hey, ooh.
Oh.
Yes.
Ooh. Game. So existential horror, not quite science fiction.
Oh yeah. Oh, and I'm gonna put on a playlist of alien music in the background.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we've got alien music. Killing it.
Yeah.
That's cool. Preston doing a call it. Is this a little too loud? Okay, there. Nice. Yeah. We'll do an existential horror episode.
Yeah. Oh, definitely, because closer to Halloween.
There is some sci-fi existential horror though. Did you ever see the film Event Horizon?
No, I didn't.
It's a shame because there's a lot of great sci-fi horror actually, right? Like the Alien series.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
actually, Ex Machina is kind of terrifying at the very. Oh yeah, there's a stabbing that is the most like scariest stabbing that I've ever seen, and I've seen a ton of like horror.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like it's a very mechanical stabbing, and it's like there's no You know, like
Oh, 'cause
normal.
it's a robot doing the stab.
Well, like normal stabbings are like there's like a build up and there's like there's like losing control and gaining control, and this is just it's just like someone like pulling the plug out of like a drain or like putting it. It's just like meh.
Oh.
But it's just like in and out. It's very creepy.
Oh, okay.
Very creepy. Spoiler alert.
All right. Well,
Stabbing. There's stabbing.
But yeah, the Alien series, right? Is that? I mean, it. Yeah, the reason like the first Alien was so great, for example, like I was saying before, is that so much of great science fiction is just put characters in a situation where what if technology, and then have people be people, and it's sort
What
of
if
more of a
technology?
psychological thing.
Yeah.
Right. So what if there's a space station and there is a weird like monster? It's a bottle episode with a monster, right?
Yeah.
But it's such a phenomenal film because
It's so good.
and it lets you do such great stuff with like the setting and scenery to have it on a space station.
Do you remember when that alien from Alien did the commercial for like those chips that were like in a circle? There was like
No, I
Dorito
did not know the Alien from
cones.
Alien.
They were like conical Doritos.
Bugles?
Yes. Yeah.
What if there was an Alien Bugles commercial? Is this from The Onion? That sounds fantastic.
No, it's a real thing.
That sounds so stupid. There was a product placement like from the film Alien or Alien.
Yes. So
Not
like
Bugles.
this dude is eating bugles, and it's because like they're really loud, and
they
he's
crunch.
on the spaceship, but then the bugles are like floating, and he's like, oh my god, I can't resist, and he like crunches, and then like the alien is like, but then there's like a moment where it's like him and the alien, and they're really close, and then he just puts one of the bugles in the alien's
In his
mouth,
mouth?
and it like eats it,
Oh, and
and
then it
that's
chills
yeah,
out.
and they're like they're surprisingly crunchy. No one
Wow.
can resist the bugle. Yeah, so yeah.
Oh.
Oh, talking about snacks.
Talking about snacks.
We have some space snacks.
Let's talk about those space snacks.
Should we try these space snacks?
Yeah, open up the space snacks. Do you want to just split one?
Yeah.
All
Oh
right,
yeah,
we'll see how they
yeah.
like it.
Because
So
we're
show
in
them-
space. We don't know.
Show them the close-up of the product. It's an ice cream sandwich, folks.
Okay. Yeah. Oh. Oh yeah.
Dehydrated space ice
Oh
cream.
yeah. We'll make some.
And so we said last hour that fun fact
ASMR.
about space ice cream: the space ice cream never went to space.
Wait. Shh, while I'm doing the ASMR.
Do you want me to talk about the space ice
Don't
cream? Speaking your planet's language.
Okay.
Another
Okay.
fun fact about space ice cream: the way they make it actually is pretty fascinating because they just make real ice cream,
Yeah, it seems like there's real ice cream.
and then
in
they throw it in a vacuum chamber, and just pump all of the. They pull a vacuum on it, and that sucks all of the moisture out of it. That dehydrates it.
there. That's what it
So
says.
it's rapid dehydration.
It says that on here.
Oh, it says on the package.
It says originally developed for the early Apollo missions, this space treat is frozen to negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit and then vacuum dried and placed in a special polyfoil pouch.
That's
Freeze dried
it.
foods are used by astronauts eating under weightless conditions in space.
Yeah, so they take ice cream, they freeze it very cold, and then when you place it under vacuum, the vapor pressure of water, when you pull vacuum on it, it will basically turn into water vapor. And so you
Okay.
pull all the water out of it, and you're left with just the powder that is, milk and cracker.
Right, so let's
Open it up.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Fun background, Ariel has never eaten space ice cream. She doesn't know
Nope.
what to expect here. This is going to be... I've had a bunch of it.
Okay, looks normal.
Oh, they even wrapped it in the paper.
It says the inner paper wrapper is slit to facilitate processing. Oh, so they're like
So they can get the water out, probably.
Oh yeah, they did cut it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's green.
So my background I worked in chemistry and physics labs, is we had a tool called an evaporator. When you wanted to put a layer of gold or something else onto your microchip, you put that into wearing gloves, put that into this tool, and you
There it is.
huge metal bell jar that would close, and you'd run a pump and pull vacuum on this thing, and it would get down to super vacuum. So there was just nothing in the chamber. And then you would heat up a little sample of gold to
Wait, what are you
1,000 degrees,
Okay,
and
I've opened it.
evaporates.
I've opened it.
So this reminds me, if you put an ice cream sandwich in one of those
Would
things,
you do that? Would
it
you guys
do
do
the
that?
same thing.
No?
No, we would have gotten in so much trouble.
What does it smell like?
It smells like an ice cream sandwich. But it's
Really?
funny because it's room temperature.
Will it melt?
You guys need to see this because it looks just like an ice cream sandwich, but like it's not.
Will it melt ever? Okay, let's break it.
No, you could just leave this out for days and
Should we
like
just bite into
it's
it?
super dry. Yeah, so bite into it, and then just take a bite.
Wow, really hard.
Right, so
It's really, really hard.
good. So you got
Wait, I feel like we need to like break off the
no,
cookie
you just
part.
so what happens is your saliva mixes with
Can I break off the cookie part? Because like I feel like I can't taste the ice cream.
yeah. Do you want to pour water on it to rehydrate?
No. I feel like it would.
Well, what
okay.
happens is because it's room temperature, your saliva mixes with it, and it just becomes melted ice cream.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get like an ice cream only like chunk.
Experience.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to like break off. Wait, does this normally come in like a cookie or no?
Usually, you get a Neapolitan ice cream bar. You get the little like, brown vanilla, strawberry flavor.
Okay, here we go. Here's a piece of like just oh.
This one
Making a
has like
mess.
the cookie
Here's just the ice cream.
outside.
Okay.
How's the ice cream? What do you think?
It kind of has a consistency of like toothpaste.
Well, then it becomes melted ice cream, right? It's just like once your saliva mixes with it, it just becomes melted ice cream in your mouth.
You know what's weird? Okay, so like,
Would you buy a candy bar that was this?
so here's the thing. I don't really love ice cream because it's very cold.
Oh,
So this is
you
it's
prefer
neat.
this to an actual ice cream?
It's neat
sandwich.
because it's not like cold.
Nice.
So that's like the weird thing about it, I guess, that it's like ice cream, but it's like not cold ice cream. Which
No.
is like also, it's kind of reminds me of my planet because like when it snows on my planet, the snow is warm. So
Oh, does it melt? How does it melt immediately, or is it just?
no, it's just warm snow.
It's like the chemical that's in fire extinguishers.
No, it's just warm snow. That's all, and it's like very sparkly.
Is it made of water?
I don't know. I'm not a scientist on my planet.
Probably not. Yeah. Go space ice cream.
Yeah, it's interesting. I like that.
It's
The
not good.
cookie
It is
part.
a little minty, right?
Yeah,
Can you
it's
taste the
minty.
mint?
I got it. I got like a green. I wanted a green flavor because I
Mhm.
thought it was more like space.
It really is a mint chocolate chip. Like you definitely taste that. A mint
Yeah.
chocolate chip. Yeah. So that's space ice cream. The astronauts. I mean, the irony being that the astronauts have refrigeration on the spaceship. Like that's not a big deal. If you put a rocket into orbit, you can put a fridge or a freezer.
You know what it reminds me
They
of?
eat
Those like
regular ice
those
cream.
like weird marshmallows that are like hard, like those weird like
They-
Japanese marshmallows.
They do eat astronauts eat a lot of pouched
What's that?
food that's in
Oh, I thought
pouches.
you were like they eat a lot of pouch. I was like,
pouches.
what? That sounds like a
It's
euphemism.
just like food in pouches, I think, which is like
No.
you'll have like your chicken curry or whatever, and it's just like you guzzle it because
Like camping.
I guess so. Yeah, because you don't want stuff to float away if you're in zero gravity.
Yeah.
But like, other than that, it's like, yeah.
So what are other movies that take place in space? Oh, Star Wars, obviously.
Well, we were talking about
and
horror movies,
oh,
sci-fi horror movies.
yes. Okay.
Event Horizon,
Yes.
by the way, super cool movie. The set design, everything else. and then it really falls apart actually in the last
What's
half
it about?
hour
What's it about?
when they make it scary.
1 minute synopsis.
So it's like far future. This space like salvage reconnaissance crew or whatever gets sent out, and they're like a space station like sent a distress call out and like investigate. They were investigating these black holes, so like go check them out. Like, and they get there, and they go on to the space station. And it's like deserted, and they can't find anyone. And then they check the logs, and they see these like incredibly apocalyptic like horror scenes or whatever. And they find out that like
you would think they checked the logs before, or
remotely, or I don't know, whatever. They don't have wireless communication, but they have space stations. So you get on there and watch the video cameras on the screen on the space station. Yeah, because I guess they didn't.
Okay, 1 minute. One like.
Anyway, they opened a portal to another dimension that was hell, basically.
Yeah.
And then like hell like poured in the space station. They all went insane and murdered each other in these like crazy ritualistic cannibal ways. And like the captain is still left, and he starts killing off the rescue mission people. And then finally one of them is left with him, and I guess he like kills the captain, and that's the end
That was
of it.
definitely the longest sentence ever.
It's not it's a shame because if they didn't make it intentionally scary movie, it'd just be a cool movie.
Oh, is Vanilla Sky like a horror movie? Do you think Vanilla Sky is about like some dude who's like in hell basically? I've heard that before.
Oh, do you think he's dreaming when he wakes up in the future, or do you think he was frozen?
Okay, here's like the director's cut.
Event Horizon or Vanilla Sky?
Do we know? Vanilla's okay. So like, remember when who says like Penelope?
Penelope Cruz
she
is
says,
the crazy
but she
lover.
no. When she's like, open your eyes or whatever, like. Right? Who says that to him? When he like...
I didn't pay close attention to that movie.
So
I did
like...
not think it was very good as I was watching it.
So like that's like that like keeps me wondering because basically like whoever says open your eyes, like that person couldn't have said it to him. I think that person said it to him like in his waking life and then it like really stuck with him.
I thought that movie was kind of a romantic drama, I guess.
Do you know that Penelope...
I didn't think Sci-Fi really had anything to do with it, because you...
Oh, true. Yeah, I guess.
You only get the Sci-Fi angle in the last 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
And that's a movie that I feel almost cheats you, because, like, you find out
let's not talk about it too much, then.
Technology in the last 10 minutes that changes the whole perception of the movie.
What's a Sci-Fi movie with a lot of technology?
We didn't talk about the TV show and movie series, the two elephants in the room of Star Wars and Star Trek.
Yes, and we know that you're...
You don't like either of them.
Okay, so I used to love Star Wars, but I'm like a Star Wars...
You're an original.
I'm an originalist. Like, the other movies don't exist. There's only 1, 2, and 3.
4, 5, 6, you mean. Episodes 4,
No,
5,
that's
6.
what I mean. I don't know what you're talking about. That should never happen. Like...
The very first movie in all of Star Wars does say Episode 4. So it was planned to be a 9-part series.
Okay, whatever. There's only like Jedi, Empire, and like what's the other one? The Return of the Jedi is the last one. Empire Strikes Back is the first one, and A New Hope. Wait, no.
A New Hope.
A New Hope.
One. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Those are the only 3 that exist. The other ones are like weird. I don't like them. You know what? I like all the characters and like all the puppets and stuff like that. I like that. I don't like a lot of like CGI, like, because it's like I have ADHD. I also have like a sensory processing disorder. So when there's a lot of like lasers and shit, like just going crazy, and just like insane fight scenes that's like all CGI, I like can't focus on it, and it like.
And honestly.
Yeah.
Scenes like that are kind of the hallmark of like a movie that's lost its way, because like what the hell are they showing you at this point that like they're putting on the screen? Like if there's a climactic battle scene, sure, lightsaber, dueling, whatever, but like yeah, when there's just the lasers flying everywhere and like ships, and you're like and cameras rotating with the ships,
so
and they're like check this out. Yeah.
I do have to say, so like Ewoks super cute, right? They're adorable. They're
No.
so cute. Also, like, Han Solo, like, yeah, such a pimp. He's like, you know, Leia's like, I love you. And
Okay.
he's like, I know.
So we get, okay.
That's awesome.
Episodes 4 through 7.
Okay. One
Thank
quick
you for,
thing.
Thank you for
So,
rating
like,
the characters
we
very
had to
quickly.
see, we had to see,
We
see
watched episode 9 in theaters.
Yeah, and I literally was like, I'm
You went
going
for a
to
walk.
die, because I hate sitting still for that long, and it was like very much what's
that
going
was a
on.
solid, like,
But
close to
advice:
3-hour movie.
if you have to watch that movie, if you just pretend that it's about like, you know, Adam from Girls being gay or not gay, it makes it like totally awesome and watchable.
Oh,
It makes it really funny.
Yeah,
So that's what I
Adam
did.
Driver's temptation to join the dark side.
Yeah, because all the lines in it are so, like, and his dad is like, son, I know, or like whatever, his supposed dad, or who knows.
Yeah, the terrible,
Yeah,
like,
he's like,
stilted,
son, you can do it.
Don't
And
know.
and he's like, I don't think I'm strong enough. And he's like, you can take it. And I just like pretend it's like his dad having like an anal sex talk with him. And that
Nice.
made it very enjoyable for me. Yeah. So insider tip.
Fantastic, good
Mhm.
tip.
Yeah, and so you want to talk about Star Trek?
Well, I'm more of a fan of Star Trek than Star Wars. Because Star Wars is a space opera, but it's
Because everyone in Star Trek is slightly autistic.
the
They love trains.
complaint you're giving is
I'm
basically
not
for
complaining.
people
That's
who
not a
don't
complaint.
understand what Star Trek was trying to do.
People who are not on the spectrum.
And I think even like Gene Roddenberry, who like originally wrote Star Trek, and the original writers like
Okay, plot.
did not. They
Talk
didn't.
about the plot.
Wait, hold on. They didn't say like this is a film and it's episode 4 of 9. They like didn't have like crazy aspirations for this to be a 9 movie.
Very into
thing.
numbers.
They just wanted to say it was just a series, and it was just exploring one concept.
Okay,
of
but
sci-fi.
what do you said that there's like something that you really like about it. So
Well, so
tell the people.
Do you remember you asked Dave earlier? You said like, what is the
question,
crux of the
yeah.
question behind like this thing? What are they really posing with this? For example, Snow Crash. Which is
Right. Okay. Start.
So what question is Star Wars posing?
Star Wars is posing. The question
It's a soap opera about royalty, right?
No, it's the question. I guess is if there's like a moral question or not. It's like good versus evil, but then it's also like nature versus nurture, because the Force, it's like it's taught, but it's also like in you, but it can be brought out, and also it can be like used for good or evil. I'd say it's more of a parable. It's sort of like a parable about consciousness, and like, you know, because like, yeah, I don't know. To me, it reminds me a lot of like when I was learning how to meditate.
Okay.
They talked about like.
You thought it was very Jungian. It's got
Yes.
a bunch of Jungian archetypes.
Oh my god, it has so many. So yeah, it's like the hero's journey and stuff
Okay.
like that.
So all Star Trek is really asking, and it's like, and a question is like, what, and it really tries to say, in say, 500 years, what will adventures even look like? And it's the baseline from it. They kind of thought it out, and they're like, it will probably be a post-scarcity world. There won't be a want of food or money or anything, right? Like every action movie that we see today is based on like the character needs something, right? A treasure, a family legacy, like vengeance, whatever. But this isn't a world where like death is largely, except the red shirts always get killed, but death and like aging have largely been eliminated. Like scarcity, food, resources. There's no reason to conquer a planet for like money, right? So like there isn't.
So
money,
what are they driven by?
So that is where Star Trek came up with an answer and then based the series on it. They're
What
driven
is
by
it? Give us the answer.
prestige and status. So
Yep.
everyone in Star Trek, to be on the Enterprise, an exploring ship going out to like basically planets that aren't yet part of the Federation of Planets,
You have to go to. He's basically like going to Stuyvesant.
you have to be the absolute best of the best. It's super
The best.
competitive,
He's the best.
and
the
you get a
best.
lot of status by doing so.
And you cannot be distracted by pussy, because as we know.
Well, so that's one of the rules of Star Trek is they're like, look, these are all professionals, right? You don't have love dramas on like the International Space Station.
But
These are all super trained astronauts
there
who
was
are like. There was that crazy astronaut.
there was
Wait, we'll dish on that in a minute. There was that crazy astronaut. She was an anomaly. But
and they
in Star Trek, the reason everyone's semi-autistic is basically because they're all just great engineers, and they're like, we're not going to invent fake drama, no love triangles, no like people acting irrationally. These are all professionals who have like spent their whole lives to like get in this position to be like on this ship that's exploring the galaxy. So let's be reasonable or realistic about them. So like, if they have a romance, it'll be very subtle, right?
Yeah. Also, yeah, they were like, what are emotions? We must like there was like that episode where they had
I
like
think that's their like android. Oh, the Vulcans.
yes,
The Vulcan race. Well, there's a race of aliens that doesn't have emotions that are ruled by logic, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's Spock. The whole thing with Spock, right?
Which is like, yeah, and they're like, yeah, they don't know what.
But what an interesting. I don't know. I think it is funny, but what a great idea for a leading character. He's from a race that doesn't have emotions.
Yep. Mm-hmm. You know what? He does look super like Botox, which like he's got that like super like Botox brow.
Are you just talking about Leonard Nimoy, or like
just the race of them? They have like that like sort of Botox, like when people have
the
gotten
funny
like.
thing there is they made a race of aliens that just look like Leonard Nimoy because that's what the actor Leonard Nimoy.
But it's like that's
like.
because they don't have like emotions and because they never make like bad, they never scowl or whatnot. They're just
they're super smooth. Looking.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And so like
they furrow their brows a lot. They're pensive a lot. They think there's an object.
yeah, but they've got like brown muscle. They don't have like any like 11s or whatever.
Well, anyway,
they have Jupiter.
Well, that was interesting too, right? They're like, what sort of humans have made contact with aliens? What sort of race would they be sending on like a spaceship?
Wait, we didn't talk about Brazil. Speaking of plastic surgery.
Yeah, it's kind of a sci-fi dystopia. Sure.
Wait,
hey, Barrett.
Yeah. Hey, what's up?
Barrett,
Hi.
if you want to talk about
We're talking about sci-fi.
Sci-fi real quick.
Real quick. For
Well,
light years.
I guess we got 15 minutes or so left on the stream, so we've got some time.
Yeah.
We've got some time to chat with our buddy Barrett, if you're free.
Yeah, we're talking about Planet. Oh, yep.
And the success of his series Bread Barbershop is number 10 on Netflix, in the top 10 on Netflix. Did you know that?
You told me that.
Okay.
You told me. 'Cause I don't know things. Hi! Hello!
Yeah. How's it going?
It's going good.
Great. How are you?
Excellent. I'm all right. Talking sci-fi, talking
Yeah.
pie.
Yes.
First off, congrats on Bread Barbershop
Yeah.
being in the top 10 recommended on Netflix.
Thank you so much. That was a surprise. I every day I look up I look it up on Twitter just to see what people are saying about it. Apparently, it has become, I don't know if it was intended to be, it has become like a choice high watch, a choice watch for stoners. I don't know. I mean,
Well, it's like Brett. It's like if their munchies could talk,
Exactly. So it's perfect. It's all about pastry items. So I feel like that's. What else do you crave when you're high? I don't know.
I saw the
Donuts.
sushi. There's a sushi episode.
I just
the
oh
little
my god! There's a great sushi episode where basically I speak in this sort of Fargo accent the entire time.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it because it's cute. I think it's so cute, and yeah, it's very cute. It's kind of like My Planet, where everything can talk to each other.
I think that's lovely.
Yeah.
On Ariel's.
Real space will live up to movie space.
Well, real space. Oh, I mean, it's probably okay. I imagine real space is like.
We just talked about that. Kind of, because I said Star Trek, where the crew is all kind of boring people because they're professionals.
Yeah.
Is kind of probably what real space will be like, And like, whereas like drama space is more of like Star Wars.
Yeah. Also,
Lots of like
I was gonna say
sword fights.
I feel like real space is because of this food that we just tried from space. I feel like it's a lot like camping, which I don't like.
We just ate a space ice cream sandwich.
Is that space food?
Yeah, we have space food. We can show you. We have another one.
It's a
Here,
mint
should I
chocolate
open
chip
this one?
ice cream sandwich.
Should I open this one to show
No,
him?
you can see the photo.
I mean, it's not going to do anything if I
Eat
open
it
it.
live.
We
You want-
did, yeah.
you
Do you
more
want?
meat?
Yeah. See, people.
All right, take a bite.
We have yeah.
I mean, when else are you gonna use it?
Yeah.
I.
So Barrett, what would we've been asking people
Oh, yeah,
like
so-
what would your planet be like if you could create a whole world? Don Darkin is right. Space
My
food
planet-
does suck.
Yep. Yeah.
On my planet, it would always be like a crisp fall day.
Yes.
All right.
Imagine, like, there's no.
Ooh.
This is. I have a friend who
It's
comes
breaking
on
apart.
who goes on every line that I ever do. This is whatever I'm doing sucks. And
Well,
that's,
yeah. This
That's
is kind of
so
broke a
well.
little bit.
that's his.
That's the space food.
Yeah,
Oh,
what
this
is
one
the-
got
the-
cracked.
It's an ice cream sandwich.
Hold it up.
I will. It's crumbling.
Yeah, but I went to a museum
And
years
you had-
ago, and they had that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And
Just floating.
the consistency is what? It's like
It's like a weird marshmallow. Here, So yeah, that's
yeah,
Yeah, it's like a stale marshmallow.
here. You
it's
want
like
the
I'm trying to think of something else that it's like a stale marshmallow, or
like a cake decoration, like fondant, kind
No,
of.
no,
Yeah.
fondant is waxier. It's like
Oh, those
meringue.
meringue. Yeah,
It's
that's
like a
exactly
meringue.
what it is. Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe
Well,
they-
it's like styrofoam, or so. It feels
Mhm.
like it tastes like if you bit into styrofoam. Almost.
It does taste like those
Yeah,
meringue
I
things.
love that.
That's what it is.
I
Yeah.
love that sort of that consistency. That's a very pleasing consistency for some reason.
It does like melt. It does melt in your mouth, not in your hand, not
Yeah.
in your spaceship.
not in your face.
But you know what's not a pleasant consistency? Oh, why did I drink this lamp? Okay. What's not a pleasant consistency that I'll never get behind is strawberries. And it's the seeds. It's the seeds.
The seeds. Yeah.
Agree. Yeah.
There's no strawberries on your
When are
planet.
they gonna invent the seedless strawberry, huh?
I know
When are
they
we
have the
seeds out?
seedless.
Watermelon seeds are fun. We didn't even need to get rid of those.
No.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's just something about it. Like, I'm eating a strawberry, and it's like, imagine if grapes were the same thing. Like, grapes are so pleasant to eat for some reason. There's
Whoa.
no seeds. You know?
Yeah.
They just break apart.
Yep.
You know, whatever.
You're popping a little water balloon
Yeah.
every time you
That's
eat
fun.
one.
Yeah.
Strawberries need more like grapes.
Yeah. Strawberries.
They do. Well, on your planet, they can be.
I don't know if the astronauts get to eat fresh fruit or vegetables.
Probably not.
at
I think
all.
they probably get like scurvy or something. Like that's probably like a thing. What are like the diseases
They
you
get
can get
scurvy.
in space?
Oh, space diseases.
Your bones
Space worms.
can die.
Yeah.
Your
You
bones
know-
can die.
Bones can die. Bonitis.
Like, have you seen Gravity?
Yes.
Sandra
I've
Bullock?
watched like part of it.
That's a phenomenal. That's a fantastic. Well, the way it's shot. Yeah, it's a very good. It's a very
well,
good.
shot.
I am not a fan of the way it's shot. I don't like that.
Sandra
But good
Bullock's
God.
like spiritual
Sandra-
weakness
yeah.
is very irritating because you're like, look, just fucking buckle down and deal with this
You're
shit.
like you're Miss Congeniality.
Stop
Come on.
panicking every time. Like, yeah.
Yeah, but
I
yeah,
just don't. Would they ever put someone in a position where if they let go of the fucking spaceship, they just would float out into space forever? I don't think so.
No, they have carabiners and,
Yeah.
tethers. They have climbing rope.
That's horrifying. to
again,
me.
like camping, space. It's just and what is the? I mean, this material, very like tent-like.
Well, this is not an
Oh,
insulated space.
But that's not what they
suit.
wear on the outside.
No, they don't.
No,
This is an indoor
It's
space.
your PJs, your space
Pajamas.
PJs.
Why does it matter what they wear inside?
Right? Can they just be naked? Just floating around? Maybe they are.
Apparently, I'll tell you this. Apparently, the smell is terrible
Oh no.
in space because you don't
The
really
smell
get.
of space?
Yeah. So apparently, this is like a thing that multiple astronauts have talked about is that you enter the International Space Station from your like little rocket capsule, and the smell of like body odor and just stale sweat is overpowering because
There's no circulation in there.
well they have air scrubbers, but it's the same ones that they have on like an airplane or whatever, right? They're not getting
Ooh.
rid of like
So you're just like on a.
sweat or the sweat odor, and the astronauts don't get to. You never get to shower, right? You just
No.
You clean
Oh, yeah,
yourself.
the shower. I've seen videos of what like a space shower
A
is
space
like.
shower.
It's
Yeah.
awful looking,
it's awful looking.
right?
I haven't
Yeah.
seen this.
It's like a yeah. It's a, you
Have
know.
you ever seen the video of it's like a space shower? I wonder if I could set my background to be a space shower. I
Oh.
don't know, but
Yeah, you can. I mean,
space
you can.
shower. I'll show you for a second.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can set
Shower
a,
in space.
you can set a photo of how you shower in space.
You
Let's
might
take a
you might
look.
keep getting like meteor showers. Like that's what the first thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Space.
meteor shower. It's like it's like trying to Here, ready for this?
So yeah, you never
I don't
really
know. Are we?
you never get fully cleaned in space is the problem. And so
No one
then
can hear you scream. Your
it's-
bones die.
your
you never
body
get
odor.
clean.
Yeah, your body odor never goes away in space, and so apparently it smells pretty bad. But you get very used to smells very quickly.
Oh
Just
my God, what if
Humans
someone-
in general get used to smells. So
What?
yeah, right.
Oh my God.
What?
That's.
So
Oh
you
wow.
do that.
She
You-
looks like.
Right? You kind of just have to use a little cleaning wand. And you
This
just,
lady
sweep
seriously
yourself
looks
She looks
down.
like one of the kids from. She looks like one of the kids from Hook. Is what she looks like.
Yeah.
like who has a meth problem now. Like a grown. Yeah, she's
well,
like.
that was probably a cool haircut, and then she was in space for 6 months.
Oh, thank you very much. Oh, Seth
Yeah.
Barrett Harris says he thinks that I would rock your orange wig.
Seth is
Yeah,
correct.
I mean, this is my hair. I don't know what you're
Oh,
talking
yeah,
about.
no, wig. Look at this.
But
See,
you
this
would
looks
look good in my
kinda-
hair. She's
Oh,
like,
really?
actually, it makes me. Yeah. She's like, here's my.
Shampoo. Oh, look. Then
Yeah.
she's gonna
So you
Rubs
squeegee
it in her
yourself
hair.
down.
look at this.
It's dry shampoo.
Oh, it's dry shampoo. Yeah, so that's why their hair looks like shit. It looks just as greasy as it was when she started.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks horrible. I mean, she's got naturally kind of interesting, cool hair,
Yeah.
but
She does.
they should see. They picked someone with cool hair. They shouldn't for the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
But I love the look at the water.
I think a
Yeah,
lot of the
that
other
is
astronauts
really cool.
just shave themselves.
That's disgusting.
That
That's
would
like,
be
that's
so
like
cool to like get mad at someone, and instead of throwing like a glass in their face, you would just throw like a
You
dynasty.
Throw a glob of water
You just throw a glob of water at them,
at them.
a glob of champagne.
Do they have like a video of like showing? This woman said, "Oh, but what about the space toilet though?"
Oh my God, she.
Yeah, well, it just pulls a little vacuum. It's not a big deal.
Yeah,
She's like, it's this bag
We
that I
put this-
pee
I put
in.
this woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, the solid waste,
A 5
Frozen.
piece.
and then they put like the bags all
question.
go. She's not gonna actually go, is she? Okay. Oh, okay.
Do they just eject
She's
the
like,
bags
then
out
I
of?
put this into
I
my.
wanna
That's a
know, though,
funnel,
do they-
that's-
Do they eject the bags just out of the space station? 'Cause that would
I
be.
would.
They use them
Sounds
for like.
it.
Wait, what does it say? I just say in space, no one can hear you poop. I saw that it said that. Yeah.
That's the title
Oh,
of that-
everyone
of the
can hear
video.
you
Oh,
poop.
everyone can hear you.
Oh, that sucks.
I wonder if it's very loud in the space station or not. Yeah, because
Is
Is
this
there a
like
lot of
something that she's
background
gonna
noise,
like
or-
stick in her body? She's like, you just
That's a
shove this
funnel
up
thing
your ass.
for her to pee in.
yeah,
That's crazy.
attach
Oh,
the
she's
funnel.
Italian. She's got her little Italian
Yeah.
Did you
I'm not
see?
just discovering these videos for the first time. I've seen these before.
This is really
we
for
are
my
gonna
private.
watch-
This
yeah.
is my private collect. These aren't on the internet. I'm actually just showing you my DVDs.
This is my private archive.
Yeah.
Yes.
My Italian
Well,
friend. Yeah.
We've learned a lot about science fact as well in this episode.
Yeah.
But we did want to, while we're talking about science fiction, we should.
Oh yeah. What are your favorites? Sci-fi.
We've got a couple things. What are your? Yeah. What is a
favorite
sci-fi
sci-fi film
movie or novel?
Alien.
Yes!
Of course. Alien and Aliens.
Yeah.
Wait, do you remember
Also-
the Aliens, the Bugle commercial with Alien? With the alien?
Apparently, there was a snack food commercial that used the alien, and they thought that
the
was
conical
charming.
Doritos. You can look that up.
Really?
Yeah.
A man's being hunted by the alien on a spaceship, and he
And he-
eats a bugle.
And the alien hears it.
so
and
the
he's
alien
like,
hears
oh.
it and comes for him, but then the alien
then
just
then
wants to
he's-
eat the bugles
yeah.
too.
Yes! That's it! Yes!
Oh,
Oh
that's
my
phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's
and
great.
he's like, yeah. And then he's like, oh! And the alien's like,
Oh, and it smiles at him.
yeah. And he's like, sweet.
And then it doesn't lay an egg in his chest.
But then he runs out of bugles, and then it's like, I'm gonna fuck you up. He's like, oh man.
Oh god, that's a horrifying commercial.
Don't run out.
Also, that was 2002. Like,
Oh.
Alien was like already 20 years old at that point.
Well, that's
interesting.
yeah. They were like, we need all the help.
That
We're
was
gonna-
like, yeah, Alien vs. Predator was coming out around that time.
Well, that's
Alien
probably-
versus Predator. You're
Yeah.
right.
Oh, Predator is a great sci-fi movie. That's
Yeah,
another
sure.
80s classic kind of sci-fi action horror film.
That is a good one.
Oh, Jesse,
Sci-fi-
what's up? Oh my gosh, my friend Jesse tuned in. Hey, we're talking sci-fi.
Hey.
Jesse has a really crazy alien experience,
Jesse has a UFO experience.
Yeah. which
Has she talked about it yet?
she's
No,
not. She
we
just
haven't.
tuned in.
Oh well, then let me get off so she can discuss
I don't.
it.
Hi, Jesse. Would you like to talk about your alien story? I know
if
it's
she's
a
got
scary.
real one,
It's
then
scary.
I'll get
It's
off
very
for
like
sure.
scary
Thank
for
you,
her
fellas.
though.
Spirit,
Thank
it's
you.
been super educational chatting with you. Thank you for showing us
Yeah.
the videos of astronauts
As always.
bathing and using the
Yes. Oh,
bathroom.
he's like,
out.
he's like, I'm out.
He's out.
So, Jesse, if you would like, oh, okay, so we'll go live, yeah, because this is, okay, let's go live. Woo! We'll wait.
We're talking sci-fi.
We're
and-
talking
and
sci-fi,
all things space and technology,
and this is sci-ri, probably,
but especially aliens too. It's great.
right? Is that what you would call,
What's sci-fi?
like, oh, realities? Oh, yeah, so, Jess, just accept our request.
Oh,
You can turn your camera around if you're not feeling camera. Right. I know that's a theme.
some people are.
Though you are always beautiful. Yeah, what would science reality be? Just science, I guess. That's why I said sci-ri.
I like movies that use present day science.
It won't let if you're on a computer, sometimes it doesn't let you. But
You can't go live on a computer.
yes, I'll
it says.
resend.
You have to be on a device. Unfortunately.
There we go. Alright, we've resent our request. You
We-
can also request to go live
Yeah,
with us.
we tried to do this show
Here
on
I
a computer.
am.
Hey!
Hi! Hello! Hi!
Well, I've never done this. I had it set so that it wouldn't listen to my microphone, and then I had to.
Oh,
You know,
yes.
This makes me sound like a conspiracy theorist in context. But,
No, we have some people on Twitch who
You're
like
completely right.
they're like, oh yeah, we definitely have some Twitch viewers who are like, all communications on their mobile devices have been disabled. Ironic, yeah, like except for texting. So don't worry.
okay, good.
Welcome to our universe.
Hello?
Thank you. You look great.
So do you. It's so good to see you. I haven't seen you in like forever.
Months?
Since
I
like
know.
Christmas, I think.
I know
Maybe.
it's hard.
Well, soon we will see each other in real life. But for now, at Christmas-ish time, you were eating space ice cream.
We're eating space ice cream. We have snacks.
We have extras. We'll save it. We'll save it for you. We'll save some for you.
Yay!
During this Christmas time, we were all drawing pictures, and I think Hannah drew a picture that looked sort of like an alien or a spaceship, and someone said that, and you were like, "No, it doesn't look like a spaceship." And then Hannah was like, "Yeah, Jess is very touchy about space UFOs." And would you like to tell us why? It's fast.
Sure.
I was fascinated.
Well, I grew up in a town of cornfields, so I feel like it's a very justified fear.
It's UFO country. Yeah.
Yep. Crops are
Once, when I was in high school, we went to see Dashboard Confessional play in Cleveland, as you do. And on the way back, we drove past what is currently an abandoned airstrip, but used to be a private airport. And I saw a craft, a saucer, rotating slowly about 15 or 20 feet off the ground in the abandoned airstrip, which is not used, by the way. And I said to my friends, like, "Oh my God, there's a UFO!" And both of them turned and said, "Yes, that's a UFO." And kept driving, and I was like, wait, don't we have to go back? Don't we have to call someone?
Yeah.
Like, should we call the news or 911?
Joaquin
They were
Phoenix.
Like, Chewy, chill out. It's no big deal. It's just a UFO.
So creepy. That is like such the horror movie. Like everyone else is like, "What are you talking about?" Like, yeah. Yeah.
Super scary. And then
This is the real kicker. Yeah.
yeah, I did text a couple years ago because I thought maybe I was stoned or something, like maybe this didn't really happen, maybe I dreamed it. And the friend who was driving said, "No, I still remember, and I still don't think it's a big deal."
Dun dun dun. Like that's so crazy, right?
Were your friends aliens?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
That is, yeah. I love that. Like, and it's like everybody was just like, "Yeah, that was a UFO. Sure, okay, whatever." Like that's so creepy.
So it was like earlier this year, like in April or May, the Pentagon acknowledged that like they have an entire file of UFO, as I'm sure you know, they have a whole file of UFO cases, and they're now like making some of it available to the public. But they publicly acknowledged that they've been tracking like UFOs for like decades.
My mom has photos from the Arizona desert of like silver crafts hovering around, which at the time I was like, maybe it's a weather balloon, maybe it's and now I'm like, it's definitely.
Yeah, it probably was, and apparently it's a thing that the U.S. government's aware of, and they're like kind of looking. They're kind of looking into it, but not really. They're like not too excited about it.
I mean, you never know. They might be really excited about it, but they're just like, "We're cool," and then like when they get another one, they're like, "Oh snap!" Like
They acknowledge it though. Yeah, that's like they don't know what's going on.
So the aliens that are like, or the other life forms that are in these like crafts, what do we think that they're?
Why are they doing such a bad job at communicating with us?
Do we think that they are communicating with us, but we just can't, like, they're on like another frequency?
They also kind of get caught a lot. If they're like super advanced and intelligent, we just see them all the time.
Well, I mean, maybe we're not seeing all of that. Maybe they're here right now, and they're like, they have no idea.
Oh, they're extra-dimensional.
I think maybe they're using a different frequency. I don't know if there was a news. I swear this was on like a legitimate news site, like the Times. But there was a story a couple months ago of a project that was sending radio signals out and was collecting radio signals.
SETI.
That they got a non-random signal back for the first time from space. So obviously aliens. I don't know.
SETI is the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, which you can take part in if you want to.
You want to send some signals?
They actually have a crowdsourcing thing to process the satellite data.
Yeah.
Because
I just found a new hobby. My new quarantine hobby.
You can sign up, and they basically will, while you're not using your computer, they'll send you a packet of like satellite collected data, and your computer will process it and run their algorithm to look for like a signal and then send it back to them.
That's why your
computer fan is constantly running.
Yeah. Some questions have been answered. That's why your mom just sent us a new computer.
Well.
So Instagram does this thing where it times you out after an hour, and we have like a minute left. So we're about to get timed out. But we do this every Wednesday. So yeah, like hop on. Next Wednesday our thing is like we're going back to school.
Ooh.
So we can do some
You can join us to talk about high school.
To talk about high school and books. We're gonna be talking about
We'll
books.
be talking about Catcher in the Rye a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Or
and
Judy
then
Blume. Yeah.
Saturday we have a virtual rave with me and Dr. Wire. Like it's just us doing Ariel and DJing, and he'll chat. If you're on Twitch, he'll chat with you. So it's either on our Instagram or Twitch.
Twitch.tv/Secret Loft.
And you can watch that like on Apple TV or on anything. You don't need an account. So yeah.
What's your parting thought?
Yeah, we have 14 seconds.
What's my I also think that aliens can read my mind, which is why I never slept when I was a child.
We
They
are
can hear me thinking of that.
we're going to end
We're ending on
that. Ooh, 36. Bye, Twitchers.
Twitch.
Yeah, I did.
Do you want to
I told you
text
about
her
that.
real quick and be like, sorry you got cut off?